24-year-old's sterilization photo shoot sparks conversation about women choosing child-free lives. So can you see this? Well, there she is. It's captioned sterilization right there. I finally found a doctor who listened. This 24-year-old, for whatever reason, found it necessary to get a dog. So this is what she's actually saying. If you know me, you know that I decided to live the child-free life since I was 16. When I turned 19, I decided to start looking into permanent sterilization. The first OBGYN I brought this up to told me I needed therapy. I was already getting therapy at the time and told me she would not discuss it with me. Another basically just blamed all my problems on hormones and sent me away with birth control pills, even though I told her multiple times that they made me violently ill. Another said that no one should ever get a surgery that they don't absolutely need, even after I brought up plastic surgery and my family history of ovarian cancer, which the surgery would also help prevent. Many of these meetings left me frustrated, at the least, and traumatized at the most. I was infantilized and not listened to, and not taken seriously. I was told I was too young to make such a permanent decision, and then told I should have the baby, in the same breath as if that was somehow less permanent. Finally, in December, I found a doctor who listened to me, and even figured out why I have been in so much pain. For years, my surgery is scheduled for February 4th, and I can't describe the relief and excitement and nerves that I feel. I know my body and I know what is right for me. And I want to thank my doctors for recognizing that and working with my needs. We need more doctors like that. Wish me luck in my surgery. The main reasonings they gave were age and possibility of regret. One said she didn't believe in performing unnecessary surgery, and said she was against things like plastic surgery too. The third doctor even basically insinuated there was something wrong with me for not wanting children, and said I needed to go to therapy to get my brain fixed so I could have kids someday. There were times I went home crying. Other times I just wanted to scream. Other times I just felt numb and empty. It was frustrating. My pain and my desires and my goals and my life were all dismissed because of a baby that didn't even exist. A hypothetical person had more control over my future than I did. All she needed was to listen to me for 5 minutes before saying, "All right," and immediately telling me my options and procedures she thought might be right for me. I almost burst into tears of joy right then and there. I didn't know how much I just needed someone to listen to me, for once, to believe that maybe I knew myself better than they did. And to the doctor who ended up doing my surgery, my initial doctor had to go get her own surgery and recommended me to her coworker. And both of them basically said, "You clearly know what you want and have thought about this for a long time." It was like a breath of fresh air. I know I already said it before, but the first question I want to know is that if you want to be child-free, correct? Why is it that you went out of your way to go buy yourself a dog? And secondly, the hypothetical person inside of you, it's not going to determine your future. Okay, fine, maybe for one day when you have to go to the hospital and deliver the baby. But other than that, you're free to do whatever you want. If you want to be a mom, which in your case you clearly fucking don't, but if you wanted to be a mom, well then you could deliver the baby, you could have the baby delivered and then be a mom. But if you don't, which you don't want to be a mom, so if you don't want to be a mom, you can have the baby delivered anyway, and the baby will be brought to an adoption center where somebody else can be a parent. But this is literally my position. If a woman gets pregnant, she should carry the baby no matter what the circumstances. Okay, we'll go down the list again. Listen, if a woman gets raped, that's terrible. But she should carry the baby for 9 months and have it delivered. And if she wants to be a mother after being raped, That's the right decision anyway. But if a woman gets raped and she doesn't want to be a mother, she should still carry the pregnancy and have it delivered. And then, like I said before, the rape baby could be delivered again to a adoption center. Okay, incest. Like I said before, if we have the research, maybe there's some way to reverse that process. Like, you know what I'm saying? Have sex, incest baby, find the research, have the baby delivered, and see if there's some way we can't figure out how to reverse the process of the incest baby and have that baby become a normal baby, you know what I mean? And it can be done, because if you're spending all this time researching transgender children, you can do this. It doesn't even have to be those two categories specifically. It can be like, because of this casual hookup culture. Two people have sex after casually hooking up. The woman should still carry the baby and have it delivered. It's the same process as before. If those two casual people having casual sex want to become parents, good for them. But if those two casual people having casual sex don't want to become parents, the woman can have the baby delivered anyway. And guess where that baby can go? Right to the adoption center. This is the final thing she said. While I have many reasons for not wanting to get pregnant and wanting to be child-free, from genetics to fears and medical concerns, at the end of the day, I don't want to have kids. It's reason enough and should be respected. Now, here's the thing about that. Why were you perfectly comfortable with going to see a doctor about having a procedure that lets you not ever have children, but you're not comfortable with going to see a doctor about having children? Why the medical concerns about having a child as opposed to not having a child? Like, where's the medical concern when the doctor is removing things from your body? Where's that medical concern? Why is it coming up only because of the possibility of having a child? It is a woman's biological function to have children. I don't give a shit what your fucking reason is for not wanting to have children. Your job as a woman is supposed to have children. That's been a practice that's been happening for a very, very long time, having children, and that should be respected. Now, if I ever decide to run for president, one of the first things I'll do is make it a law that all women have to carry pregnancies. And I will have every single Planned Parenthood building shut down. Funding will be removed from Planned Parenthood forever. And maybe, just maybe, we'll have the funding for making incest babies normal. Now, I'm not saying incest should be normal. I want to clarify that. I'm saying if that happens, we have a plan to make them normal. Hey Google, how to run for president?